NBA 2K23 is finally here, and one of the standout new features is undoubtedly the MyEra mode. This mode lets you dip back into the NBA's past and rewrite history in 4 of the different eras 2K Sports has decided to highlight. For me, this means getting to relive some of the league's greatest what-if moments. Now, there are almost countless moments we could rewind to and see how things might play out differently, but for my first what-if video, there's really only one place to go. In 2003, the Detroit Pistons were coming off of a 50-32 season that ended in a sweep by the New Jersey Nets in the Eastern Conference Finals. Not a bad season for the team who had seen their ceiling boosted by adding Chauncey Billups to a roster that featured one of the hardest working scorers in league history, Rip Hamilton, and a top 5 defensive player of all time in Ben Wallace. Don't at me. They also drafted Tayshaun Prince out of Kentucky, who would end up playing a big role in what comes next. That same offseason, they fired head coach Rick Carlisle and signed Larry Brown, who then brought in Rasheed Wallace. The team would go on to win the championship in 2004, giving the team its 3rd title in franchise history. However, as part of that title, the Pistons drafted one of the biggest draft busts of all time in Darko Milicic. What makes the Darko pick even worse is the players drafted directly after him. The 2003 draft is one of the best classes of all time, especially at the top. It's unlikely that not drafting Darko would take away that 2004 title, but it's not hard to imagine that the team would have been much better off in the years that followed if they had gotten either of the 3 players taken right after him. So for today's What If, we're looking at what would happen if the Pistons didn't draft Darko, and instead went with one of the 3 Hall of Famers taken after him. We'll start with Carmelo Anthony. All right, before we actually start, there's something we need to point out. So, as you can see here, they don't have everybody on the roster, right? So we have, obviously, Ben Wallace, we have Chauncey Billups, we have Rip Hamilton. And then, we have a lot of these guys who, I'm not exactly sure who all these people are. I'm assuming most of them are real, but they might not all be real. We don't have, obviously, Rasheed Wallace, which is not a problem. This is going to start us at the draft, and they would have picked up Rasheed Wallace in the middle of that 2004 season. So that's also going to be part of the simulation, I guess. We'll just have to see how it goes. I may force that trade, but we'll just see how it goes. So I will get to you after we pick up Mr. Carmelo Anthony. All right, sorry to hop back in one more time before we start. So you can actually look at the draft class before you start, which is pretty neat. And as you can see, kind of giving away the other players we're going to have in this with Carmelo, Dwyane Wade, and Chris Bosh, and Kirk Malone. Is that a real player? I know Chris Kaman went number 5, but as you notice, Darko is not anywhere close to the top of our list. In fact, he's way down here, right below Ferguson and Nick Collins at a 73 overall. So it's interesting that the game, at the time, Darko Milicic was obviously someone who was looked at as a potential star. Obviously he was a little bit more unknown coming from overseas, but it's interesting that the game is going ahead and rating him as a bad pick coming out, which I don't believe. I think, at the time, I think that people did kind of view it as a weird pick, but I don't think that it was this bad. And I'm also very interested to see real quick, I believe this class also, Kyle Korver. So I think this is cool that Korver's in here at a 72. And he actually has a B- potential. Obviously, he was a 2nd round draft pick, I believe, and then has gone out to carve out, one of the better careers out of all these players. So that's kind of interesting. Look, there's Kendrick Perkins, Luke Walton. Weird that Perkins has a C+ potential. He's never been the best player, but I think that's a little harsh. Is that Keith Bogans? Is that I think he might have played at Oklahoma State or was supposed to go there. I could be making that up. I don't know. But yeah, there's definitely some players in here who aren't real. Anyways, this was interesting. Oh, Barbosa's in here. And Mo Williams is in here. Low rated, but, again, decent potential. So I think it's kind of cool how they've set this up with some of these other guys. All right, I will pause for now and come back when we have Carmelo in our hands. All right, that took a lot more doing than I thought it would, but we have finally added Mr. Carmelo Anthony to our roster. So we now have Ben Wallace, Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, Carmelo Anthony, and Tayshaun Prince. I'm not sure if, let's just check real quick. I'm not sure if, what's his name? Like LeBron, did he end up still on the Cavs? Yeah, so they're all still good. Who else would it be? Wade on the Heat. Yeah, so all that seems to check out. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting because I need to make sure, I'll go through this and make sure that we have like, I need all this to be like auto just to let the computer go. But then we're going to go ahead and go through and see if we can make it happen. I don't know. Hopefully what would make this really easy is if there's a way to like force trades, which I'm sure there is. But anyways, for now, what we're going to do is we're going to sim through. This is 2003, 2004. So this is actually the season they won the championship. I'm not going to trade for Rasheed Wallace at this point. Maybe I should for consistency's sake, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and let it go. So this is the team. Wrong place. This is the team. We have a very, very strong starting five, and then Corliss Williamson coming off the bench, Eldon Campbell, still have Bob Sura. I'm pretty sure Bob Sura was part of the trade for Rasheed Wallace. Lindsey Hunter, one of my favorites as an old Pistons fan. Darvin Ham, nice. I guess it would be cool to see where Darko ended up, if I can do that real quick. All players, he's probably a center. He's going to be low rated. So I think he was 73, so he might be a little bit higher. Because like this is, yeah, there he is. Okay. He ended up on the Nuggets, so he just swapped places basically with Carmelo. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, there's Survivor legend, Scott Pollard. Where is Rasheed Wallace? He's probably going to be a, will he be a, yeah, he's probably going to be, what? Oh, no one all positions. Come on. We want power forwards. Wallace is still at Portland. 85 overall, man. That's going to be a tough signing. Okay, we're just going to go with this. I'm going to let everything play out, and I will join you back when we have everything finished. So I will see you when the playoffs kick off. All right, we are here at the end of the regular season. I'll show you our season record here in a second, but first we're going to look at the MVP, Shaquille O'Neal. Carmelo does win Rookie of the Year, as you can see, 22 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal and a block per game. Pretty solid numbers for Carmelo. And he was playing on a pretty good team, so it makes sense. Sixth man, Nick Van Exel. Defensive Player of the Year, AK-47. Most Improved, Tony Parker. Coach of the Year, not us, Tim Mitchell. I don't even know where he coaches. I don't know. And Executive of the Year, Jason Taylor. That could be me. I don't think it is, but it could be us. We're going to advance. First team All-NBA, nobody from us. Second team, nobody from us. Pau Gasol from my hometown Grizzlies making the list. Gilbert Arenas, nice. All-NBA third team, no one on our team makes the list. Do we get any defensive players? Yes, Ben Wallace, all defensive first team. And that looks like it. I did actually try to trade for Rasheed about midway through the season. But he was injured, and it was the trade deadline, so I couldn't sign him even if I tried to force it. Over on All Rookie, I'm assuming, yeah. Oh, yeah. Carmelo is on the list with the other people you would probably expect. Did Darko make it? He did not. Somehow, Tayshaun Prince is All Rookie, even though he's not a rookie, so that's a bit odd. All right, let's go look at how we did this year. So, as you can see, over here, we are playing the Cavs as the 2 seed. We did okay this year. Let's see. Where's our... Nope. Where is it? Oh, stats and standings. Duh. Okay. As you can see, we went 47-35. We were actually all the way down to 7th place around the trade deadline. So we really picked it up there toward the end. We'll look at stats real quick for us. Player stats. Go to per game. So we did have a lot of injuries, which was part of a problem. We had 2 people over 20 points a game. Ben Wallace, 14 rebounds, 2 blocks. What a stud. Chauncey, 16-9, decent year for him. And then we had, Lindsey Hunter coming off the bench to score 10 points a game. And Quillis Williamson coming off the bench to score 11 points a game. As you can see, the big injury here was Chauncey, who missed 62 games. So Lindsey Hunter start for most of that. I don't know how we're going to do in the playoffs because, we did just lose Lindsey Hunter, and he's kind of our best option off the bench for the most part, except for, I guess, Williamson. But we'll see how it goes. So we're going to just sim through this. I'll keep you here because it's not going to take very long. We're just going to sim through these playoffs. We did make it past Cleveland, past New York. Oh, okay, we got eliminated. The Lakers. Oh, probably should have done that round by round. We'll do that next time. We'll go back. So we got eliminated by the Pacers. So that would have been Reggie Miller. So that's an interesting game because that's the game, if memory serves, that Detroit was struggling. And then Tayshaun Prince blocked Reggie Miller went for a layup instead of a dunk. Tayshaun Prince blocked it to win the game. And that sent them into the finals, where they would go on to win against whoever they played. Was it San Antonio? I think it was San Antonio. So bad news for Pistons fans. You did not win in your first year with Carmelo. I'm going to sim, we'll do 10 years maybe, and we'll see how far we get with that. So I will see you back here whenever I have anything cool to update you with. All right, so as you can see, for the second year, I've switched myself to the Charlotte Bobcats. That way, the Pistons can make whatever trades they want to make as we go, and I'm not interfering. So we're going to look through the players this year. I just wanted to kind of update you on that before we see what's going to happen in the playoffs. So Kevin Garnett, Devin Harris, Glenn Robinson, sixth man, Shaq wins Defensive Player of the Year, Barbosa, Most Improved, Tim Mitchell, back-to-back Coach of the Years. So nothing for our guys there. Nothing here. Carmelo does make second-team All-NBA along with LeBron. Third team, nobody from the Pistons, nobody on defense. Ben Wallace does get second team. I know at the start of the year he was injured, so that could be part of it. Nobody there, no one there. Let's see, did they make the playoffs? The Pistons are the 7th seed. Wow. And Cleveland, LeBron's Cleveland all the way up in the first seed. That's impressive. So let's look at some stats. So we got season stats, player stats. Switch over to the Pistons. Is it going to be faster this way? Pistons. Ooh, okay. So Chauncey was hurt. Bob Sura was hurt. Looks like we had kind of a mix-mash lineup. Oh, they traded for Antoine Jameson? Okay, that's interesting. Okay. So Carmelo's up to almost 26 points a game. Ben Wallace almost 15 boards. Dang. Chauncey playing well, but the problem is they're going to have Chauncey and Sura both hurt for the playoffs. That's probably not ideal. I'm kind of surprised we don't have more rebounds from Antoine Jameson, but it looks like they lost a rip and added Jameson. So maybe that was a trade? I don't know. But let's see how they do in the playoffs. We'll just simulate this round. The Pistons got beat by the Heat. Okay, so they didn't even make it out of the first round this year. So let's sim through the playoffs, see who wins. Year 2. Oh my, okay. LeBron with 30 points a game. LeBron James gets his first championship in his first year. Okay, we should have gotten LeBron instead of Carmelo. All right, let's see what happens in year 3. All right, so I screwed up and didn't turn on the video for year 3. All you need to know that happened is the Pistons were the 2 seed. They got swept in the first round. And Vince Carter's Toronto Raptors were your NBA champions this year. As you can see, Carmelo picks up third team All-NBA. Let's see anybody else get anything. Ben Wallace back on top of the defensive world. Actually, no, Tim Duncan was Defensive Player of the Year. That's right. Okay, sorry. I was like, actually, I think Shaq was Defensive Player of the Year, but whatever. Okay. So let's see how they did this year. So the 2 seed again. Okay. I'm not going to really look at the stats. We're just going to see how this first... Oh, crud. Okay, they didn't even make it out of the first round. So they have not made it out of the first round since the first season. This year they lost to the Nets, and the Rockets went on to beat the Heat. So far, it has not paid off drafting Carmelo Anthony. All right, I'll see you back next year. All right, it's the end of year 5, and I have bad news for Pistons fans. Ben Wallace has not been able to pick up a Defensive Player of the Year award with the Pistons in this simulation, but he does pick it up with the Seattle Supersonics. So that has to hurt. Let's see. How did our boys do? Anything here? Carmelo, third team. Not that great. Nobody here. Nobody there. Okay, so we'll advance. Let's see. Are they in the playoffs? Did they make it? They didn't make the playoffs, guys. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, let's look at this roster. Oh, they didn't make the playoffs. Oh, my. Oh, this is a terrible roster. Okay. So they have two 80-plus point guards, one of which is 31 years old. All right, I'm going to say that we can go ahead. Oh, Pat Burke. Nice. I'm going to say we can go ahead and retire the Carmelo Anthony experiment here. I know I said 10 years. 5 seems fair. I think it's very clear, if you're a Pistons fan, you would not trade Carmelo Anthony for Darko Milicic, because you are not going to win a championship and you are not going to be any good in 5 years. So we'll stop here with Carmelo, and next we'll try Chris Bosh. Can he be the difference maker? He would be. He's a power forward, so it might fit a little bit better. But we'll see how it goes. So I will see you with Chris Bosh on the team here in a second. All right, Chris Bosh is in the team. Maybe a little bit more of a well-constructed roster compared to Carmelo. We will see. Again, I'm not going to get Rasheed Wallace, so they didn't do it the first time. And in this case, they don't really need a power forward anyways, because Bosh will just do it for them. So I will see you at the end of the season. All right, we're at the end of year 1, so we'll go through everything this time just to see. Rookie of the Year, LeBron. So unlike Carmelo, Chris Bosh could not win Rookie of the Year. Anybody else win anything for us? Shaq having a big year. Defensive Player of the Year and MVP. Has that ever happened? Probably. But I can't remember it. Okay, let's see. How did we do? Nobody making All-NBA teams. Ben Wallace makes Defensive Player of the Year, or Defensive Team. All defensive. So this is Dwyane Wade as a rookie? That's kind of incredible. All rookie first team. We had Chris. Okay, this is broken. I'm using the same save, so I guess it makes sense. But Bosh and Prince. You'll notice too. This might be a problem. We'll see. That one of the issues is the way I have to do this, so it doesn't take so long. Is that I'm forcing Chris Bosh to be in a trade, and as you can see, he's only on a 2-year contract. So we'll see if that screws stuff up. But hopefully, it doesn't do anything too bad. All right. So not anything too big there. Let's see. Did they make the playoffs? The Pistons are the 6th seed, so they're going up against Detroit, or they're going up against the Magic. Let's see how they fare. So let's sim this round. They swept the Magic. That's good. They're going to play the Nets, who beat the Cavs, LeBron's Cavs. So we'll sim through this. Oh, okay. We won in 7 games against the Nets. Look at that. There's the Grizzlies. That's good. With the old good jerseys. Let's go, guys. Now we're against a 1 seed Toronto. Interestingly, both 1 and 6 seeds. So let's see how this goes. Already. Well, I think actually we made it this far with Bosh, or with Carmelo's first year, but already this is one of our better playoff performances so far in this save. Okay. Simulate this. The Lakers win. Shaq adds to his incredible season by winning the Finals MVP. I guess we'll look at our stats real quick here. Again, I'm probably not going to do this every season, but it's maybe worth checking out for one season. Again, just like last time, I switched over to a different team because, we want to make sure that the Pistons have a chance to do the trades. And if I'm just simming, they can't do trades. So pretty decent seasons for everybody. Chris Bosh, a great contributor, already almost a 20-10 guy his first year in the league. So that's not too bad. Okay. I will see you. Ooh, all this needs to be simulated. So I will see you at the end of season 2. All right, we're back at the end of year 2. Let's see if anything has happened for our team. Oh, Dwight plays for the Warriors. That's a weird one. Quentin Richardson, he played well in our last time out, but he's not on our team this year. Ben Wallace picks up his first Defensive Player of the Year award. Very nice. Nothing else on that end. Okay, so nothing there. Nothing there. Ben Wallace, again, defensive first team. And that might be it for the boys. So let's see if the Pistons did make the playoffs this year. They are a 4 seed. So if we remember when Carmelo was here, they were often... Oh, shoot. I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. If you remember Carmelo was here, they were often a 2 seed, but never advanced past the first rounds, except for, I think, the very first season. So already we're bettering that by beating Miami in the first round. Now, can they beat the Bulls in the second round? Might be too tough a task. Yeah, it is. Okay, so the Bulls have beaten them. Let's see who wins the playoffs then. And then maybe we'll look and see. Oh, my. Okay, the Spurs have swept the Bulls. Okay, so we didn't win, or we didn't lose to the team who, that's not the right team. We didn't lose to the team who would eventually win. Over at the Pistons side, pretty much still the same team as last year. So they're building a nice core. Also, this J.R. Brimmer guy and Bradley Kelly. I think those are... Oh, Tony Kukoc just joined the team. All right. So, yeah, so pretty similar to last year. So kind of surprising they weren't better. How are their stats looking? I mean, this seems like a team on the rise, much more than last time. So Ben Wallace, 14 and 8, 2.6 blocks per game, 1.5 steals. What a guy. Again, 20 and 10. Yeah, this team seems like they're right on the cusp. So we will see if they can get there in Season 3. Year 3 is over, and the Lakers continue to win MVPs. Kobe Bryant, with almost 36 points a game and 2 steals, wins MVP. Could the Pistons pick anything up here? Chris Paul, Rookie of the Year. Is that for the Nuggets? Is he playing for the Nuggets? He is. Okay, I'm playing as the Hornets, so we didn't draft him. Wonderful. Okay, Jason Terry, 6-man, Ben Wallace, back-to-back Defensive Players of the Year. His points are up. Come on, y'all. Devin Harris, Most Improved. Popovich, Stan Myers. Over on this front, let's see. Do we have anybody making any of these teams? No. Power forward does seem like a tougher place to get. And also, Bosh is kind of the kind of guy who's going to get very consistent numbers, maybe not the most flashy. Defensive team, yeah, Ben Wallace, of course. It'd be really nice if we get someone else up there, like when we get Dwyane Wade here in a few years. All rookie team, nobody there. Did they make the playoffs? They are a 4 seed again, going up against LeBron's Cavs. Can they make it through again? So we'll simulate this first round. They're out. They lose to Cleveland in the first round. Oh, that's interesting. Every single higher seed lost. Okay, all right. So we'll just sim the rest of these playoffs, see who wins. It is the Washington Wizards. Wow. Gilbert Arenas, 36 points per game, is your playoffs or finals MVP. Let's check out their stats real quick. Anything stand out? Bosh is up to 25 points. Yeah, it looks like they're scoring more, but they're just not able to turn it all the way over. And they also got Udonis Haslem in the draft. So that's going to be a nice backup to Bosh. So this team is looking pretty nice. Looks like Bosh was hurt a bit this year, but still, you have to assume they're going to do well in year 4. Can this be finally the year we at least make the finals with one of these teams? We'll find out soon. It's the end of year 4, and Tim Duncan has dethroned Ben Wallace as Defensive Player of the Year while putting up 25 points as opposed to Ben Wallace's 9 that he was putting up in years previous. Okay, let's see if anybody made any of these lists. First team All-NBA, no. Chris Bosh finally hitting the list. All-NBA third team alongside our old man, Carmelo Anthony. LeBron and Dwyane Wade up at number second team. Second team up in the second team. Also, Kevin Garnett going to the Grizzlies. You love to see it. Okay, let's see. Defensive team Ben Wallace does make the top list yet again. Nobody else from us there. Do we have any rookies? No. Okay, did the Pistons make the playoffs? Is the real question. They are the 1 seed, y'all. The number 1 seed. How is this going to go for them? Can this be the year we make the finals and win it? That would be awesome. Okay, we did get past the Boston in the first round. I think that means they've made it past the first round every single season, which is much better than we could say for the Carmelo Anthony-led Detroit Pistons, who I think made it through the first round once in 5 years. Did not make it past the second round. The Chicago Bulls have ousted us. All right, I guess we'll see who wins this playoff matchup. Maybe the Cavs can pick up there. No, the Clippers. The Clippers pick up a championship with Jermaine O'Neal. Would you look at that? Wowie wee wow. Okay, let's see. Just real quick, we'll check out our stats for the year. See how we did. The Pistons. Ooh, Ben Wallace getting a broken left kneecap does not help there at the end of the season. That maybe is the reason they lost. Because they still had, solid numbers from their 2 big guys. Billups kind of becoming more of a facilitator. Tayshaun Prince, not bad, but definitely we have some people who are regressing. And Bosh is not progressing as fast as Carmelo did. They do have Gerald Wallace on the team, and J.R. Brimmer continues to be a very solid backup for Billups. So, and Udonis Haslem, can't forget about him. But this team definitely seems like a much better constructed than the last one. So we'll see. We'll give them one more year before we switch over to D Wade, but we'll see if the Pistons can win in the 5th year. I'll see you here in a second. All right, end of year 5, and nothing good for us, but I would like to point out that Mr. Kevin Durant plays for the New York Knicks. So he got drafted by this year. Ben Wallace did not win Defensive Player of the Year. Went to Tim Duncan again. Nothing else for us. Let's see if we got anything over here. No. Yes. Chris Bosh again picks up a 3rd team. Was LeBron? Yeah, LeBron was here. I'm really surprised. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be. This was definitely the era where Gilbert Arenas was a big deal. But I'm kind of surprised how good he is in this game. Ooh, look at there. Rasheed Wallace. Could have been us. Okay. Ben Wallace doesn't even get 1st team Defensive Player of the Year or defensive team. Oh, he might be hurt. Okay. Day-to-day. That's not good for our playoff hopes. Okay, so let's see. Did we make the playoffs? We are the 6th seed against Toronto. Okay. Maybe you have a shot. All right, let's see. Okay. So Big Ben might have come back. Can I check that actually? That's huge. If he's back and no longer hurt, that could be massive. Oh, but now Bosh is out for 4 to 6 weeks. And wait, where is he? Where's Big Ben? Wait, did he get traded? They have Al Harrington? Wait. Hold on. And Brian Scalabrine? Holy crap. Okay, wait, what? Hold on. Okay, I gotta check this out. Where is League News? Injury report. Ben Wallace is not on it anymore. So what? Hold on. How is that possible? How is he not on the Pistons? Am I dumb? I mean, don't answer that question. Okay, I guess this doesn't matter, but yeah, that's going to be rough. If he's out 4 to 6 weeks with a pinched nerve. Okay, let's see if we can. Wait. Oh, I'm stupid. I thought we made it past the first round and we lost to Toronto. I'm such an idiot. Okay. As I said, don't respond to me calling myself an idiot. Clippers win again. Okay. So, I think that is going to wrap it up for Chris Bosh. I think he had a better career so far with the Pistons. I don't know if the Pistons would agree, considering that they did not win the championship like they did back with Darko. But At the same time, he did do better than Carmelo Anthony. So I think we're going to cut it here for Chris Bosh, just to be fair. And we will do Dwyane Wade next. I'm actually expecting him to be worse just because he plays the same position as, Rip Hamilton. So that team could be a little awkward to put together, but I will catch you when we have Dwyane Wade in the team, and then we'll do our last 5 years and see if anyone besides Darko is able to bring the Detroit Pistons a championship. All right, we're at the end of year 1 with Dwyane Wade in the lineup, fittingly because of what happened later in real life. Shaquille O'Neal gets Most Valuable Player. LeBron picks up the Rookie of the Year, so Dwyane can't get that. But D-Wade does win 6th Man of the Year, so he was coming off the bench. Makes sense as they had Rip on the team. Ben Wallace gets Defensive Player of the Year, so he's at least a year full of trophies for the Pistons. Hopefully they can add another trophy in the form of a finals trophy. Did anybody make any of these teams? No. Ben Wallace, of course, yeah, defensive first team. What would be really nice is if Dwyane Wade can get up there, because oh my gosh, man, I really should have signed. I really should get Sheed. But yeah, if D-Wade can get up to the 2nd Defensive Player of the Year, defensive team like he has in other saves, that would be great. D-Wade makes this team as he should. And yeah, so let's see where they are in the playoffs. Detroit is the 6th seed. Can I check their team real quick? Roster. Pistons. There we go. Okay, so no real surprises. D-Wade is, I think, the lowest rated of the players, but as you can see right here, he's got an A+ potential, so he's fine. He's also older, I think, so hopefully he'll progress faster. I don't know. But yeah, this team is not super well constructed. They could really use a power. Their highest rated power forward is Rex Hunt at 69. Nice. So they could definitely use somebody like a Rasheed Wallace here. But what can you do? Okay, let's go and see if we can make it past Chicago. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I don't know why I was looking at Cleveland. We're Detroit. If we can make past Philly, which we can, which sets up a showdown with the Pacers. And we lose to the Pacers. So the Pacers are out. Or the Pistons are out. Let's see who picks up this win in the playoffs. I'm going to guess it's the Lakers. Yeah, Lakers win, beating the Raptors. Okay, so we cannot have success in any of our saves in the first year like they did with Darko, which stinks. You could argue part of that is because we didn't add Rasheed Wallace, but again, I don't want to make too many changes to the team. I kind of want to let them make their own changes, because part of the reason I think they got Rasheed Wallace is because Darko wasn't progressing that fast. So, we want to let them make their own mistakes. So I will see you at the end of year 2 and see if this team with Dwyane Wade can pick up that elusive championship and bring it home to Detroit. All right, it's the end of year 2, and as expected, Ben Wallace picking up yet another Defensive Player of the Year award. No one else on our team is winning anything. I don't know who our executive is or who our coach is, but I don't think it's them. T-Mac getting MVP, that's pretty cool. Dwight, Rookie of the Year for the Hornets. Let's move on to this stuff. Nothing. Of course, Ben Wallace on first team all defense. Dwyane Wade, there we go. If we can build this team up to be a defensive powerhouse, we might have a shot. Nothing there, not surprising. Although it's always interesting here, I've noticed this, that's a made up player, but like Josh Smith going to the Celtics and, Dwight for the Bobcats, Jameer Nelson for the 76ers, while Iggy goes to the Nets instead of the 76ers. Interesting stuff. Okay, let's see. How do they do for the playoffs? They are the 6th seed going up against Cleveland in the first round. Let's see if we can make it out of that. Ooh, nope. Okay, they're out in the first round. Okay, so who wins the playoffs? It is going to be the Lakers yet again, behind a monstrous performance from Shaq. Was that 18 rebounds? Jeez Louise. All right, let's look at the roster, see how they've changed things up, because remember, the team is kind of constructed oddly, so I'm wondering if they made changes It looks like they didn't. They still have like no good power forwards. So, I mean, I just don't know. Like, I think this team could be good, but I think Bosh is the best option, to be honest, for winning. Like, I just don't see this team having what you need to win a championship, because you're splitting time between Wade and, oh wait, did they trade Rip Hamilton? Oh, okay, so they got rid of Rip, so that actually does open the door for Wade to start. But I don't know if that's the right move, especially for this J.J. Longley rookie guy. That's an interesting move if that's what they did, which, I mean, they must have. So can I find real quick, who did they trade? Dang it, I'm stupid. Sorry, I was trying to go to all players. I was like, I guess it's not there, but it is there. So where did Richard Hamilton got traded to Boston? Interesting. Okay. It's a weird trade to have made, but that's what they did. Okay, so we will see what they can do in year 3. Maybe they can use some of that capital they gained from losing Rip to pick up a power forward and solidify this lineup. So let's see what happens. All right, we're at the end of year 4, and I'm very sorry to say Yao Ming has taken over Defensive Player of the Year from our boy Ben Wallace. Let's see if the team had anybody make any of these lists. Tim Duncan playing for the Pacers now. That's a twist. Okay, anybody else stands out? LeBron and Bosh now up there. Dwyane Wade, 3rd team, not bad. Oh, wow. Okay, Dwyane Wade did make this list, but that means that Ben Wallace didn't even make 2nd team all defense. Okay. All right, let's see if they even made the playoffs. They're 5th seed against Milwaukee. Okay. Let's see how this goes. We're going to sim this round, see if we can make it past Milwaukee. We can, and we get Washington in the next round. So that's a winnable series, although didn't Washington win a title? Or maybe that was the last save? I can't remember. It's been so many saves. Oh, we swept Washington, which means we get to go against Toronto in the Eastern Conference Finals. We're going to play either Milwaukee or Sacramento if we make it, which could be tough. Force win? No, I don't think so. Okay. We made it to the finals. Okay. This is the moment you've all been waiting for, Pistons fans. Can Dwyane Wade bring your team a championship? Timberwolves win 1. We win 1. 1-1. Pistons win 3-1. Okay, here we go. Ooh, the Pistons are the champions. Dwyane Wade brings them with a Finals MVP performance, putting up almost 30 points a game, 7 assists, nearly 2 steals. 48% from 3-point range. What a game, or what a series by D-Wade. And I saw this before. I didn't bring it up because I didn't want to, get anyone's hopes up with this news. But I did see, because I have to approve all the trades, that the Pistons made a trade for Rasheed Wallace this year. So the missing piece is not Darko, everybody. The missing piece is none other than the 6'10", numbered in real life, number 36. Rasheed Wallace, formerly of the Jailblazers, joins the team to bring them over the edge and give your Detroit Pistons an NBA title. Can they do it in back-to-back years? That would be the dream. So D-Wade is the only person to match Darko's production, but I think we can, we'll talk about it in a minute, but I think we can almost definitively say that the difference is not the rookie. But we'll see what can happen in year 5 with D-Wade and the Pistons. I'll catch you in a second. All right, unfortunately, here at the end, we cannot pick up an MVP. Can we pick up anything else? Lamar Odom, 6th man. Kobe Bryant, Defensive Player of the Year. That's a new one. Malcolm Green. I don't know who our coach is, so we don't see that. D-Wade, though, does make first-team All-NBA alongside LeBron and Tim Duncan from the Pacers. What a world. All right, second team, Chris Bosh on there. Okay. And over on, oh, what is that? Eddie Curry? An Eddie Curry sighting? Wow, look at that. Okay. Over on the all-defensive first team. Oh, first team D-Wade. But we cannot get, what's his name? Ben Wallace, also on second team. Although Tony Allen, the grind father. We do not probably have any rookies. Yeah, no rookies make it. So let's see. Did we make the playoffs? We are a 5 seed. If you'll remember last year, we were, I think, a 6 seed. So it's okay that we're not that highly touted at this point. Charlotte somehow is a 1 seed. What? Who is on Charlotte's team? Hold on. I'm sorry. I know I'm just wasting your time now, but Michael Redd, Dwight Howard, and Chris Paul, and Antoine Walker. I guess while we're here, we could check the Pistons. Oh boy. Oh, this is not good. Okay. Oh boy, this could be bad. They get some injuries they're dealing with. Torn calf muscle, broken right leg. Okay. This might not be the good way to end it. But they did win 1 championship, so it's not all bad. Oh, out to Miami in year 5. Dang it. Okay. And the Pacers with Tim Duncan win the NBA championship. Okay. What a performance from Timmy. All right, so I think we can definitively say now, after 40 minutes of simming games, which was a lot longer on my end, I have to say, that the real difference maker in these Detroit Pistons is not the rookies. It doesn't matter if you have Darko. It doesn't matter if you have Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, or Dwyane Wade. The player that matters, ladies and gentlemen, is Rasheed Wallace. I mean, come on, look at the guy. He is the difference maker. We did not win a championship until we added him. In fact, we didn't even really get close until we added him. They might have had a chance to win this year if people hadn't get hurt. But I think we could say without a doubt that the most important player to the Detroit Pistons championship win in 2004 is Rasheed Wallace. So I guess we'll sign off on that note. We'll probably be doing a lot more of these because I had a lot of fun. Hope you did too. So if you have any suggestions for what we should do next, you can sound off in the comments. I have some ideas of my own, but I will see you next time.